Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Knights of the Republic 2. On the last episode, we boarded the Harbinger off of Paragus, with our ultimate goal being to reach the Ebon Hawk in the hangar bay, which was locked down due to a supposed fuel leak caused by the HK droid that we killed 1 or 2 episodes ago. And now the only way... Oh, party member is down, so that's why the game paused. The only way into the hangar bay is through the fuel line that connected to the Harbinger when it docked. Now that we got a couple force-sensitive party members, including myself, I am going to switch our stance to Jedi support, which basically it acts the same as the aggressive stance. However, in Jedi support, they will use their Jedi powers in Jedi. Yeah. So for myself and for Kreia, I'll go ahead and set that. So hopefully, when we get into combat situations, she will use her force powers. The only one she has that I believe can affect the party at this time is the healing, which can be pretty helpful. And we just continue to make our way through the spooky ghost ship, trying to piece together what exactly happened. Medbay, of course, as Adore said, and then we have a personal coastal tank here as well. A few supplies to loot, chemicals, a piece of armor, and an advanced adrenaline amplifier, which should provide different types of passive bonuses, which we can check. So currently we have the safety harness dim low +1, because we tried to mine through that door, which didn't work. Advanced Adrenaline Amplifier. This device is an improved version of the basic model, increasing effectiveness with fewer occurrences of side effects. Improve reflexes by triggering prolonged bursts of adrenaline. So we'll go ahead and equip that just to give us a little bit higher defense. And a Synagogue War Seat requires medium armor proficiency, which means we can't even equip this if we wanted to. After the Great Hyperspace War 1,000 years ago, the heirs to the Empress Teta militarized their world and industry, a legacy that produced battle armor still sought after today. So a little bit of history lore I'm not really that familiar with. Broken coastal tank. Shattered from the inside. Fragments litter the floor around it. Looks good. There was that console back there. We will hit that up here in just a sec. I want to finish getting exchange casual gloves. Lab station. Those are usually not too far away. I'm sure there's probably a workbench around here somewhere as well. Alright, broken medical droid, or damaged one. This will be similar to that mining droid we found in the fuel depot. Let's see, repair 2. Checking our computer skill. 7. No, I don't want that. 0 and 5. And mine was 7. Yes. So I'll use my character to interact, see if we can repair this. We got the parts, so why not? So now it'll follow us around and attempt to heal us if we get injured. It won't stay with us for very long. At least, probably when we get to the next section, it'll stop following us around. But in the meantime, we'll have some combat between here and there. So. Insert datapad. This one we picked up from our room. Sedatives administered during routine examination 3.5 days ago. Emergency override enacted. Dosage exceeds safety protocols. You're administered a delayed sedative that would kill a normal human being. That must be what rendered you unconscious when the Harbinger was taken out. Forgot to lock out the treatment quest once a minute. You still have access to one of the coastal tanks in the meta bay. There it is. Got it. So we went in for a routine medical check. Someone had altered our treatment to give us a large dose of sedatives shortly before the Harbinger was came under attack and subsequently disabled.
Something's wrong. Ever since we picked up that Sith firefight in the region, crewmen haven't been reporting for their shifts, and I can't reach people on the comm. The strange thing is, I keep feeling like someone's watching us here in the ship, but I can't see anyone. I don't like this. Checking the survivor from the Sith vessel. I'm not sure whether he's alive or dead, or what's even keeping him together. His flesh is cracked and scarred, and I'm registering several thousand fractures in his skeleton, as if each bone was splintered repeatedly over time, then put back together. Judging from the scar tissue, I believe these wounds took place before his death. If so, he must have been in constant pain. I have no idea what's been keeping him together. This is the medical officer. The soldiers sent to the medical bay have just died. I don't know where the subject went. I think he's gone to find more of the crew. With him are Sith. They just appeared right out of thin air, like they were wearing stealth generators, but I think they were always on board. When we stopped to pick up that freighter, they must have come on board the Harbinger. I have no idea how many are on the ship. There could be only a few, or as many as 100. And with communications cut off, we can't call for help. I think that thing in the tank was a Sith Lord, alive the whole time, waiting for something to wake him up.
Okay, so a little... Let's see, we got one more camera recording. This guy is supposed to be dead. Weird. Alright. So they picked up that... I forget his name. The Sith Lord from... Oh, we got some chemicals. And that's it. Picked up the Sith Lord from that supposedly empty Sith warship that was attacking the Ebon Hawk. You put him in a cultural tank because they believe he was dead. Apparently his body is broken and shattered so many times that he's in constant pain and the Force is used to hold him together. I didn't think so. Oh, more combat. Let's see if we can stun these guys. Yep, we got it. And we'll... Well, so that was her physical block. Oh, there's our droid healing us up. Just a bit of loot here. Yeah, so they went aboard that Sith freighter or Sith warship, didn't find anyone except for the supposedly dead Sith Lord. It would appear that the Sith assassins that have been attacking us here must have slipped on board of the Harbinger when it was connected, unbeknownst to the crew, of course. And then, let's see, I think that's our to the next area, so we'll come back. So for a few days, the Harbinger was floating around or traveling through space with a bunch of Sith on board and didn't realize it. See if we can... Let me force push this guy. Gotcha. Oh, there's one in front of us. So the force push does... it does a little bit of damage, it knocks him back, and then it stuns him for a few seconds, so it's pretty handy. Let's see. Datapad. I don't know whether it's new HK50, so it is HK50. Droid is a gift or a curse after the destruction of the previous protocol droid. When it accidentally activated that frag mine, the HK stepped in its place without a hitch. The problem is it doesn't take commands very well. Most of the time I have no idea where it's been. There's been reports to site in the crew quarters with the captain and maintenance and even the med lab of all places. When I asked the droid about it, he gave me a smart mouth response about facilitating communications. I don't know who commissioned these HK models, but I don't like them. Purposely sabotaged. And then all these other droids are deactivated. So this must be the protocol droid that came with the ship. And then at some point the HK droid came on board, accidentally set off a frag mine that disabled that one. And does this trigger any combat? No. Okay. And then stepped into its place, either because that droid knew that we were aboard, or we were going to be aboard, or as we'll see later, there's a lot of HK-50s around the galaxy, so maybe someone sent a bunch of them out to infiltrate a bunch of, there's probably not too much intergalactic travel going on outside of the Republic warships, just patrolling space, so it makes sense if you're looking for someone that's wandering around that they might come aboard a ship like this at some point, especially a Jedi or an ex-Jedi who would be, highly valued. Does that trigger? Yep. So these corpses, you loot them. I believe that's what triggers this combat. But since we ain't ever scared, we'll go ahead and take these guys on. Alright, easy, easy. And we'll check behind this door. I don't think there's anything, maybe another body with some combat. Because we know that blast door was sealed. And yep, here's the body. So we'll loot it and then engage. And never mind, no combat. But there was stuff there, so it was a complete waste of time. But the HK droid infiltrated this warship, or the Republic ship, posed as its protocol droid, so it has access to the entire ship, kind of like the chef in Hunt for Red October. And it looks like he was the one that altered our medical records that got us subdued and then locked us in a container, and at some point pulled us off. Either he pulled us off or Kreia found us, put us on the Harbinger, and as a Harbinger tried to flee, it was fired upon by, I think, the Harbinger. What's wrong?
Feel it? Something's gonna get real wrong real quick. You don't survive on the rim as long as I have without knowing when trouble's coming.
Well, be careful then.
Alright, don't say I didn't warn you. Trust me, when it comes to staying alive, I'm rarely wrong about these things.
I recommend you save your game. And we got an influence gain because we were nice. And nothing. Oh, there's a door here. Let's just poke around. And then, so yeah, I believe it's a Harbinger either under control of the Sith at the time we tried to flee, or the Sith warship was still hanging around. I think it was the Harbinger. Fired upon the Ebon Hawk, which is how it got damaged and started drifting, or flying towards Paragus. Whoops.
I have come for the Jedi.
This battle is mine alone. I am not defenseless.
He cannot kill what he cannot see, and power has blinded him long ago. Run. I shall be along shortly.
I think she ever trips over that robe. Alright. I think this is, yeah, just a room. You can see Kreia's gone now. Oh, I got a vibroblade. It's kind of your basic melee weapon. Obviously, there are various. Go with the parts. Open the door to the ion engines. That's the way forward. Go ahead and activate motion blur. I think there's one more room up here. With a little bit more loot in it. And a workbench. Let's see. Stab back fiber blade, and then we picked up the fiber blade. Shiny fiber blades use a cortosis weave to lightsaber combat. Cool. Since it has this bonus feat, finesse, which allows us to use our dexterity. Since that is higher than our strength, our dexterity attribute is used when determining our chance to hit, as opposed to the strength attribute. See if we can upgrade this bad boy. Agrinium, so it's damage bonus 1, slashing. Another damage bonus, and then we got 2 blades. Massive criticals, 1/3. Devornian blood poison is a gemstone that can release poison to a victim's bloodstream. Application of Devoronian, my apologies, particles on a blade's edge can cause great pain to the weapon's victim. Modifications require workbench and adequate tools. And an ionite edge is damage against droids. Since we're not fighting droids anymore, we're fighting these Sith assassins, at least for the time being. And I like just the typical, or the straight up damage and or crit bonus. We'll do that. And then it unequipped our weapon. So go ahead and re-equip it. What? Oh, now it requires weapon focus. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, I want my fiber blade back. I don't remember if it was this. Let's switch over to the... No. Still requires that, so hang on. Okay, so that was the let's remove that. Now we can use it again. Okay. As I say, normally it does not just unequip your weapon automatically from upgrading it, so that's good to know. Now we're in the engine. You can tell because it's red. And that's the door. That's our way out. Fortunately, someone installed a catwalk inside the ion engine.
Tell me you're joking. We are not going to cross back into the Paragus facility through the fuel line. That's crazy.
Well, this will be our turn to drop a little exposition on a NPC.
Right, but I know I'm going to regret this.
I sense you, my master. Faint, weak.
Your senses betray you, as you betrayed me.
After all that's happened, still you live. You are difficult to kill.
For one as limited as you, perhaps. To have fallen so far and learned nothing, that is your failing.
The failure is yours. No longer do your whispers crawl within my skull. No longer do I suffer beneath teachings that weaken us. And now you run in search of the Jedi. They are all dead, save one. And one broken Jedi cannot stop the darkness that is to come.
Perhaps we shall see.
What's wrong? Are you all right? Damn it, hold on. It's only a little farther. Don't give up on me now. What happened to you? Huh? How do you know that? Look, if she's in pain, then that pain's buying us time we can't afford to waste. Especially if Sleeps with Vibroblades gets tired of playing with her and decides to use us for practice next.
Should have unequipped that sword Kreia was using. Over that cutscene, if you unequip her melee weapon, she will, for the purpose of the cutscene, have one.
It's a utility droid. Looks like it's been hit with an ion charge and dumped here.
Let's see. Don't blame yourself. You can gain influence with droids. So T3 is now in our party. He has the ability to make programming spikes on demand. It can also upgrade items. So you got influence. He's leveled up since he's been accruing experience with us. Raises Dex since he is a ranged character. So Dex and Intelligence. Constitution, obviously, this is probably why they didn't default to these, are important for droids. Computer, Awareness, Repair, Security. So we can even upgrade Stealth or Treat Injury, which makes sense. Can't use a Stealth attack. Droid upgrade class automatically adds, so whenever he hits level 7, he'll be added droid upgrade class 2 and 3. There's just some what do we want here? I think we'll go weapon focus since he's going to be primarily using blasters and blaster pistols. Let's see. 1 to 7. We'll go with the field survival pistol. The damage is up here is, I think you can roll for, you can't roll as high, but your critical threat does have a little bit more. So why not? Self-sustaining unit, regenerates droid vitality points. Cool. Let's see what his stances are. Let's go aggressive. So real quick, who has the highest demolition? Atten does. So we'll see if he can first pick up this concealed stash, which has the controls conduit, which we need deliberately tossed here. That was a part that was missing from the console at the hangar. Oh, skill too low. Are you kidding me? Alright. Oh, back to fighting droids again. Oh. Cool. Now kill this thing. I'm gonna attack this one. This looks like an ad got hit with a poison grenade. That's what the green bar means. So of course, like most games, poison will slowly drain health. Your healing ability will regenerate force points, or vitality, of course. Oh no. Kill this thing. Stop. Dang it. Should target that.
More where that came from. Everyone down.
Alright.
Everyone down.
And we leveled up. Just disabled. Never mind. Thanks, G3. But yeah, so the healing will bump up the vitality as the poison drains it. But when you hit level 2, the force healing, that will actually cure the poison. Otherwise, you'll need an antidote. Something to that effect. Alright, can't do that. It's unlooted. Vibro sword. That's where the 3 force fields are. Let's go ahead and level up. And heal up. So this level of healing, which we get at 12, will actually, yeah, that heals poison as opposed to just curing. Disable droid, so the next attack up. I believe these are single targets only, but for the stun, so you can stun a person, you can put them in stasis, but then this one is actually an AoE, which can put a whole crowd of enemy units into stasis. Same with this, like this is push one unit, this is put one unit in a whirlwind, which basically stuns them and then deals damage over time, but then this is a knock everyone back kind of AoE. And if they get knocked back, they get stunned. So. Light side Jedi do have some, at the higher levels, potent light side offensive powers. Good for, they can deal damage, but they're also great for stunning or freezing large groups of enemies. Is there anything over here? Should be. All more droids. So it does more damage, and he should be stunned for longer. Can hear something walking. You did. And a body. Cool. Just some loot on it. Any remains? I don't want to talk to you. Not yet. Alright, let's go ahead and bump up our health a little bit and make our way up. So we can see this is blocked off. That's that station where T3 got knocked out. Shut down emergency field. Success. More droids, big surprise. So you can see the disabled droid did hit both units, so it does have the chance to get, if they're close together enough, to affect multiple units, but it's not like an AoE type attack. Let's see if we can get these two guys. Nope, just a 1. I'll hit this guy and hopefully add in T3. Yep, they killed the other one. Done. Remains. Cool. Let's see if these guys got any remains. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Alright. Let these heal up until, or fill up until we can hit this. Cool. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee while this charges up a bit, just so we're ready for combat when we get on the other side of this turbo lift. Alright, so we can use heal again, which is good enough. So where we came through a T3 earlier, but of course more combat. I hate it when they get saved. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. Stun him. Disable it. He remains. None. Okay, that's a little scary. That is an annoying part about using med packs when you're in a when you have companions. So you have to click that and then click the your character portrait. His sneak attack feat automatically. So good.
Word. This door's magnetically sealed. I can't believe this. The ship's right out there and we can't get to it.
What, the console?
Huh? What is that piece of junk saying?
So you can open the door of the hangar, it just needs to access the terminal.
How can you even understand that noise?
Stealth killers. I worked with droids.
Alright, well, if he can slice the door open from the terminal above, don't let me stop him.
It should just be a simple insert the conduit. Replace hangar conduit to open the door. And voila. We are now able to access the Event Hawk. After some more combat.
Let's settle this. Everyone down.
No. Okay. Attack this guy. Oh no! There's too many. And we're dead.
I hear you. Where that came from? Time to take you down the side.
The Ion Striker and a shock arm. We can use a repair kit. We're in a bad spot here. I'm gonna run away a little bit. Heal up. So Dan has that ability to get back up. Stop doing that. Nope, we're gonna die. Stop. No, you idiot. See if we have any. There's no shields we can equip. Switch to the droid oxidizer. And we'll save our level up if we get if we get low on health again, we can use that to heal up really quick. Stop. Alright. If this counts as an end to combat, then yeah, we should, of course, because we're aggressive, we're going to immediately run over and get ourselves killed. If we can get Atten over here, maybe we can get him healed up. Nope, he's down. See if we can kite him over. So ends back up. We can at least distract him for a little bit. Awesome. Nope. Hey, we're alive now. Okay, good. There's an enemy down that ramp. Sometimes they'll go charging after it, and then there's a minefield there. Alright, let's get back. Where did you come from?
Time to take you down to size. More where that came from.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to cut the episode here. Next episode, we will continue down, hopefully get on the Ebon Hawk and escape Paragus. So until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming by. I'm going to go ahead and get our guys healed up before we continue with the next episode. Just saves a little time. Bye.